Let folks kind of wander in for a little bit and vibe to some music here. Well, hello, Miss Nichols. Hi.
He always knows when you're about to start streaming.
She really does. Hey, Meld, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Hey, Meld.
But a good question is, how are you doing, Meld?
It's EP, but good. I can understand that.
Definitely understand being a bit EP.
I am a bit EP myself.
No Derby tonight because they are setting up for the Derby Cup this weekend. Ooh, it starts Friday and lasts through Sunday. Ooh.
So here's my question. Are you participating in the Derby Cup?
All right, we'll swing over here. Yeah. Okay. Not as a player, as track maintenance and security.
Hey, that works.
Hey. Well, that'll still give you an opportunity to kind of hang out and check out the overall derby.
Yeah, for sure.
Should be a lot of fun.
And while we're doing this, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to, while Peach has got that out there, I did want to say thank you to all of you guys who have downloaded it so far. And definitely encourage, if folks are interested in checking out the game, I've been having a really fun time with it. It is a silly kind of fun little game.
It's surprisingly really fun for a free mobile game.
It is. Ooh, goodness. What are you doing?
Hey, Grip, how's
Hey,
it going?
Grip. It's actually a requirement for the program to help out at this program. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
And it is hanging pretty okay, Grip. Just
We're here.
it is vibes and vibrations right now.
I think that's about all we got today. Is vibes and vibrations.
Hey, vibes and vibrations. You can't discount that.
No, can't discount vibes and vibrations, that's sure. Oh. Are you having fun over there?
I am. I'm just having a blast.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Miss Niku, what are you doing? Niku is being Stinku Niku.
She's always being sneaky Niku. But at least there's no buttons on your shirt for her to play with this time.
That's true. She is not able to actively just assault my shirt.
I still think the buttons are there for her entertainment. Just saying.
So does she. Go. Miss Niku! Niku.
What is she doing this time? Oh, Miss Dingo Nigu Pants. What are you doing?
She's over here currently. She's having just a delightful time, just chirpily chirping, and
Honestly, she has the most adorable little chirpily chirps.
she is adorable. So I don't know if you guys have ever had a cat that kind of does the little like purr noises, where they kind of make purrs and they kind of do a bunch of different noises.
Can I say it?
It's the Ms. Niku has not been fixed yet, and so she's currently also
Miss Niku wants the D.
she's also doing the slutty baby backup dance.
Again, Miss Niku wants the D.
She's adorable and goofy, but gracious sakes.
Oh. So which prime frame are you hunting for this evening?
Well, so I'd still love to be able to get my hands on Lavos Prime, because gracious, not the slutty baby backup dance.
It's honestly so cute.
It's
But
re-
she was doing it right in Knight's face.
It was one of those where I'm just like, really? Right? This is one of those where you're just like, really? Right in front of my potato salad?
You're not wrong. I just find it amusing. Because he also makes like the cute little cooing noises to go
Yeah,
along with it.
chirpy-
It's just adorable.
Chirpy purry noises, and it's just like, madam. Oh god, yeah, it's very much, it's just like, ma'am.
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 No, you should tell them the news about our little outdoor kitty that we take care of.
Oh, yes! So, I've told you guys before about Miss Petey Cat. And Miss Petey Cat is kind of a sassy little outdoor cat that we take care of and make sure that she has, food when she comes over, and pets when, she wants to be pet. However, yesterday she showed up and she was more round than usual, and I immediately was just like, oh my god, you're pregnant. Of course you are.
And now, not tonight's knowledge, Peaches is debating on how to get Petey Cat inside the house so she stops getting pregnant. Because this will be, what, third time?
Yeah, this will be the third time that she has been pregnant that I
And
am
we're pretty
aware
sure
of.
we have one of her babies.
Yeah, she is. We're pretty sure that Miss Rascalbean is one of her children's.
Really, Peanut?
Again, now is the hour of his discontent.
It really is. Yeah.
But yes, and the thing is that it absolutely does happen. Like it's one of those where it's just like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. But she is still a fart for managing to get herself Legregnant.
She's a big old fart. Like, don't get me wrong. I love her dearly, but
She's a very sweet little girl.
yeah.
She's also just very spicy. Peach!
What?
Throwing gift subs around.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yup.
You are most welcome.
She knows that it goes back to the house anyway.
It really does go back to the house anyway, so it's not like I'm actually spending anything.
Well, you are still spending money, but just...
I am still spending money, but it goes back to the house, and you're most welcome, Grip and Melt. And I like to do gifted subs when I can, because it's not that it encourages people to watch the channel, but it encourages people to keep coming back and maybe interact with the channel more. So I like to give people that free opportunity. And just to support Night when I can.
She's a sweetheart, you guys.
I will do whatever I can to support Night. And Grip has discovered the subscriber emotes.
Yes. We do have some subscriber emotes, and they are a delight. Funny story, all of the emotes are actually based on the cats.
Yeah. This one's my favorite.
Yeah, Mr. Stinky Pickle Man.
Yeah.
He's a stinky lad.
He's a very stinky lad.
But he's a
VIP.
delight.
Yeah! No, that's great. I remember you telling us about your mom and getting her Twitch set up so she could sometimes pop into your streams. I think that is super cool.
I also agree that is fucking super cool.
While Knight is getting started to go be a space ninja, I need to disappear for real quick, and then I will be back to harass him while he's being a space ninja.
It's true. There will be a decided amount of harassment. There we go. Just haven't had the time for streams this week. Oh, I 100% understand that. Alright. And we're just gonna transition over here. There we go. But I will say that I got the new Warframe, and this guy, this Temple, he is a heck of a frame. I've messed with him a little bit, and I've got a few different things on him. He does a lot with fire stuff, so I've kind of got a kit that leans into the fire thing, but it's kind of interesting because Temple can not only do damage, but it also... Yeah, there you go. Very fascinating, though. And, like, all of it revolves around his... The Ripper's Wail. So this is a heal, but also allows you to be invincible for a little bit, and then gives you an extra, like, gives you extra survivability.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Super cool. Choo choo.
Twitch decided to give me that for starting the hype train.
Nice.
So I was just like, okay.
You're like, yeah.
So sure. Ooh, why not?
That's right. I got this crazy shotgun slug launcher thing.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep. And then enemies killed by it apparently explode into gas clouds, which sounds awesome. So naturally, we're 100% going to try and kit this thing for as much flip-flapping damage as possible.
Well, of course, that's the whole point of Warframe, isn't it? Just damage, damage, and more damage.
Large numbers.
Large numbers. We like the large numbers. Large numbers and space ninjas.
True. True facts. Let's see here. And because it's a semi-automatic rifle that it gets... I can throw this thing on there, which is this crazy mod that you can't... Oh, yeah, you can't modify the fire rate at all, but it gets super silly damage bonuses and punch through.
So for us people that don't play a lot of Warframe, what do the other mods that you have on there do?
Neato. Good question. So this mod is a series of mods. They're called the Galvanized mods. You get them by doing arbitrations, which I can actually show you guys what those are, but they're a special mission type. They're a little bit harder than your standard missions. And then you turn in the little arbitration thingamabobs that you get, and you turn them in, and you can turn them in for these mods. They make mods for shotguns, for rifles, for pistols, so kind of anything that you'd really look to, mess with.
Interesting.
It's like you can see another one, Galvanized Scope, and they all do different things. So like you can see this one gives multi-shot, but then on kill gives additional multi-shot. This one right here, you can see on headshot, it gives critical chance, but then also on headshot kill gives additional critical chance. They're a series of mods that essentially tries to double down on what you're doing and effectively not over specialize, but like hardcore specialize is probably the best way to call it.
No, I was just curious because I don't play a shit ton of Warframe. I play a little bit, but it's nice to know.
Yep, they are very unique. It's a unique kind of mod set. Serration is your rifle. It's the equivalent of just extra damage. Numbers go up.
Yeah. And that's typically what I look at when I do mods is how much damage does this add? I don't necessarily look at effects or anything like that. I just look at, does this make the number bigger?
Yeah. So multi-shot will make your number bigger because it's going to improve this number here. The number of damage instances fired per shot without consuming additional ammo. And then each damage instance has a chance to apply crit or status effects. So what you like to do is multi-shot is basically a universal, the numbers will get bigger. Then, so we've got 2 mods here that add multi-shot. So we've
Okay.
got 60% and then 72.7% for a total of going from a multi-shot of 1 to 2.3. So this will fire 2 shots for sure, and then every third shot, it will also fire 3 shots.
Huh.
So that's it's an interesting way that they do multi-shot. The other one that they do is they can also, I don't know if they've switched over to this yet, but sometimes what they'll do is the multi-shot will actually work by saying it fires 3 pellets, but the third pellet does a third of the damage.
Interesting. I'll have to have you teach me more about mods when I get back into Warframe again.
Yeah. So the other thing that I did is that I like to look at these numbers here: the critical chance, critical multiplier, and your status chance. So I do like the fact that the critical chance now says, hey, chance that any given attack will do the bonus critical hit damage. So this one right here, critical multiplier. Critical hit damage is multiplied by this value. So anytime you get a critical, it's multiplied by that number. So I haven't modified this number at all, and already it's a 2.3. So that's good. That means that you normally want to try and put more critical chance in. And then we'll just go here real quick just to do this. But you see that this number right here is 31%. So I have a mod that can also add 150%. Basically, it adds we'll call it an additional, and this is additive. It is not like it just multiplies. It's additive.
So things actually stack.
Yes. So this, if you're going from 31 and you add 100% crit chance, that'll add an additional 31% to 62%. But because we've got 150% chance, we actually bump all the way to 77.5. So 3 out of 4 shots, I'm going to be multiplying by 2.3 times damage.
Huh. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. And then status chance is, so apply status effect based on your damage. So status effects can be, anything that is in your damage typing. So for right now, this is we'll call it 20% chance, round up, right? 1 out of 5. Yeah. I will inflict either puncture. So puncture temporarily reduces damage output up to 80% and increases the crit chance of damage taken by up to 25%. So now we're doubling down on that crit theme, we'll call it. Impact, it just causes targets to get staggered, essentially.
Makes sense.
So this is a lot of it sounds like there's a lot of like additional nuance and like, oh man, all this extra crap. It boils down to just understanding when you're looking at a weapon in general, understanding, hey, I'm looking at this kind of weapon. This kind of weapon, I think it does this kind of thing. And then just seeing where and how that stacks out. The easiest way to do is looking at the numbers before you... Excuse me, gracious. Before you really look at doing anything to them with mods, just kind of see how the weapon looks and what the weapon looks like. If it's, already got a really high crit chance, but maybe the crit multiplier is really crappy, then it's like, okay, it could, be fine, but why would I want to multiply my damage by a really shitty crit number? Or maybe it's got really low crit chance, but the critical multiplier is really high, and it's like, okay, there's only so much you can do if your critical chance is really low. And typically you will find weapons fall into one of 3 categories. They will either be a crit weapon, they will be a stat weapon or status weapon, or they can be a blend, or just both. The weapons that are both tend to be the ones that are really good, because then you can do a whole bunch of different stuff. Did I get the dual Kama's Prime Blade yet, J3? No, I have not. I am still trying to get that. It's Actually, here, let's, while I'm thinking about it, I actually need to come down over here, and I need to go do Vesper. This. Because I recently got a mod for it. Where in the heckin' hay did it go?
Hiding from you.
Who would what?
It's hiding from you.
Probably. That would not be surprising, honestly. Leaded gas. Here we go. This one. Wow. Apparently I don't. Oh yeah, I'm missing a whole lot of money. Apparently. Ridiculous. So all I did right there, guys, for those of you who might have not quite caught what I was doing, I went to that mod, that leaded gas mod, and I did what's called fusion, basically improve the mod. And this one says that on a weak point kill, it does 250% gas damage and status chance for 5 seconds. So all this does is, as I, pump more value into the mod, then it gets better. But I'll wait to mess with that until I've got more stuff in it. But you can see that it's going to be, it'll be really good once I get that, all that stuff going on. But we'll go here.
Ooh, excuse me.
And let's come over here real quick and see what it got. What's ready? Aha! A Forma is ready. Ooh, nice! I've got my Riot, the Riot 848, and the EF5 Jupiter.
Ooh, you got a bunch of stuff ready.
Yeah, I had a bunch of stuff ready. Pretty cool. I did not expect to have that many things ready, but I will absolutely take it.
Didn't you also recently build a new frame?
I did. This guy. Temple.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you were messing with somebody else.
Okay. Well, let's see. What does the Riot do? So this is a great one to kind of show you guys what I mean. But I say, you look at the weapon and say, what does it do? So, at base, we can see that it does... Okay, so it's got a radial attack, so it explodes, which is kind of cool. So, we've got a unique trait. Reloading warps the magazine, so causing a small explosion at their points of origin for the bullets. Huh. Neat. All right. So I'm going to plug a little blue potato in here, the little Orokin catalyst in, and it looks like that it's not going to do a ton of damage right away. It looks like that I'm going to have to pump a bunch of damage into this thing. So we're going to take a look. We've got a V polarity down here, so I can go here, a additional multi-shot, so I'm absolutely going to plug more multi-shot in because I want to be able to add my damage totals, and I get more multi-shot. So now I fire 2 rounds per shot, and it's an automatic trigger. So we're going to dump more damage in, and now you can see that this thing is perfectly balanced between critical chance and status chance. And the critical multiplier is pretty good. And same with the explosion. So what we're going to do is we are going to take and start building on that. So I'm going to use this mod right here, which decreases my fire rate a little bit, but it's going to take that 26 and add 52% more on. And 52% is 26 times 2. So now I'm at 78% chance to crit, and that multiplies that by 2.2%. Or by 2, it multiplies it by 2.2. Sorry, percent, no. But essentially 220%. And so now it's just trying to figure out, how do we maximize what this thing is going to do, and kind of see how it performs. It has high accuracy, medium accuracy, and now I'm just adding more damage to it. And all this does is that, you can see that it went from high accuracy to medium accuracy. So we're going to go... Let's add my magazine capacity, and let's add some extra cold damage on there. So, increased magazine capacity, and slowly starting to get up there. And we're just going to continue to add damages. And let's go add... Because this critical is already really high, let's add some more critical damage with Magnetic Might, and now we are at 3.1 times damage. So
That's a lot of damage.
It's pretty dookie damage to begin with, because I mean we went from 3 all the way up to 52 damage, and from 12 to 104 damage, but we can always get more damage, you know, kind of squeezed out of here. But
Again, that's the name of the game.
yeah, trying to figure out exactly how you can eke out the most amount of damage. But we already have our, you know, dual gas blade thingamabobs.
Those are really cool.
They are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But the riot, you know what? Let's change the appearance real quick. Let's just throw some random colors on it and see what sticks. There you go. That's what sticks. Which, if you guys have never done that or never seen somebody do that, it's pretty much, I would say, J3, is that pretty ubiquitous for Warframe? Because I don't know anyone that hasn't at least slapped the randomizer a handful of times to be like, yeah, those colors work.
I mean, that's 90% of what I do for colors on things. That's how I got, oh god, what's her name? Frick, the Warframe that J3 gifted me.
Ureli.
Yeah, Ureli. That's how I got her color scheme. I went random and it gave me like this mermaid kind of thing, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Every now and again, you'll modify things, like you'll modify something slightly. Just, you know, if you're like, man, I don't quite like how that looks. Throw one color different, you're like, perfect.
Yeah. Like, I heckin' dig the red and white thing you've got going on with Temple there.
So, funny story, again, this was another random where I just slapped the randomizer button a handful of times.
It's not too bad, is it? Being here like this.
Alright, and let's come over here. So we still have Gifts of the Lotus. In fact, this one is the one of any of them I would recommend, just because you get yourself a free Orokin Catalyst, which, since the game turns 12 years old this year, they've been doing a bunch of freebies. So...
Free potatoes are nice.
Free potatoes are nice. There we go. And so this is an arbitration. So it tells you that if you use this Warframe, so Gauss, it'll give you 300% strength and an extra 500 health. And then if you use any of these weapons, it'll give you 300% damage on those weapons. So the EFV8 Mars, the Higasa, or the Sarofang. I don't have any of those. I think I'm working on getting the blueprint for the EVF8, but because arbitrations change all the time, you can always get more of this Vitus Essence. This is the fancy arbitration stuff. But what we can do is, since we are rocking Temple, we can very quickly go, and because it's not just Gauss, but it is also Gauss Prime, because it'll be the Warframe or its Prime variant. And then so we'll come over here, and I have Gauss Prime.
Of course you do.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I ate too fast.
But now, we can come over here. And this guy. So it's a very specific one. And it'll take you up to the arbitration. And typically, I like to leave my lobbies open to the public, just because that way then, especially doing arbitrations and other stuff, it's easier with the more players you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I like that the guy's name is in the middle. It's just a good name 2554.
Nice.
Oh, I guess one of our others dropped out.
What a loser.
I know. Yep. See, now you guys can see a good name. There we go. I was about to say, please
Distract
let
the
people load
infested
in.
while a lone Tenno operative hunts for
And then
supplies.
boop, boop,
Set
boop.
off the alarms to start. The infested are
So
releasing
my,
toxic spores into the area. The
my whole
emergency
setup
life support I'm
for
delivering is your only
my
chance
Gauss
for survival.
is... Oh, Jeebus. There we go. So you guys can see that there's obviously a bunch of dudes spawning, but there is also, you will see that these little drone guys are randomly hanging out above all of the enemies, and you'll see like little lines between them. Those are called arbitration drones. Those guys are this guy right here. They actually prevent me from being able to do damage to any of the enemies. But then the second you murder them, then all of the enemies die immediately.
How satisfying.
It is very satisfying.
Life support on the way.
Yeah. So I thought that this thing, I originally thought that this rifle that I have was going to be a shotgun style, kind of like, just a AA-12 kind of deal, but it is not. Yeah, but there you go. Now you just saw that just exploded.
Nice.
So, and then we're just going to go over here, and we're just
I've delivered a
going
life
to
support
slurb
capsule
all
to
of the
area. Activating it will buy you more time.
heat out of the area. There we go.
Beat their asses.
Yeah. Like the setup that I have for this Warframe is very much a Gauss always is the gotta go fast frame, but if you get his ult, his 4, his
Get
kind of
ready for a
like his
capsule.
more ultimate ability, and you get that going, then it's, as you can see, I've got the 100% in the corner there. And what it does is it just fires little micro rockets around. And then when it runs out, then it fires a whole bunch of them.
When it runs out, it fires more.
Pretty much.
I've
Gauss
delivered another life
is
support
very much
capsule.
the epitome of, I hope you didn't think I was done. And... Hi-ya!
There's a dirty joke in there.
Oh god, yeah. You don't have to go anywhere to find it.
Oh yeah, you have to go nowhere to find it. It's right there staring us in the face.
And hi-ya. Oop. There we go.
Life support
Try and
activated.
aim a little bit. But thankfully, Gauss also has a ability that allows him to build up energy. He actually has a little shield that you can activate, and that shield that, as you guys can kind of see as I activate it, like the
Life support incoming.
it's every time I take certain kinds of damage, then that shield allows me to soak up some of that damage and turn it into energy. Because this form of playing the character uses a crap load of energy.
Which brings up the question then, are there other ways to play it that don't use up as much
Another
energy,
life
or is this
support
like the
capsule
best way
is
that
now
you've
available.
particularly found to play it?
I would say it's the way that I have found that works the best for me and my normal play style, that for how I play Gauss. It doesn't necessarily mean this is the best way to play Gauss. There's actually folks that I know use him for this ability, and they basically max out the
The raid
range
is off to a
and
successful start.
duration on
When you need it, extraction
on the
is ready.
ability, and then it allows them to essentially min-max the crap out of like what he does. There's also people who, instead of using him for the like making a bunch of missiles bit, there are some people that just use him for the idea that when he has his ult running, that ult allows him, or like speeds up his fire rate, his melee rate. So it does a bunch of like other benefits for him. And so it ends up and like, so you can see right here that like I'm zooming. And that's all just because of my ult. That if I was not using my ult, then I would not be zooming quite so hard. And we're just gonna rockets.
Additional life support has arrived.
Oh, I was a little fast. So like now you can see that like I'm not nearly as fast. But then the second that I again activate my overline, or that whatever red line I think is what it is. But yeah, once you activate that ability, well then you go zoom.
Are you trying to say that you get the zoomies?
It is in fact activated zoomies. Manual activated zoomies.
The zoomies are fun.
Unless it's like 2 in the morning and you're trying to sleep, then the zoomies are not as much fun.
No, especially when they land on your bladder and then you have to get up and pee at 2 in the morning.
Yes.
Piddles. That's what happened to me the other night. She
It's-
jumped on me,
It's
and I
central.
just so happened to be laying on my back, and so I had to immediately get up and pee.
Life support has been
That's
replenished.
yeah. I think most cats know that when you're laying down, they're just like, ah, yes, now I'm going to try and jump on my person and try and be the most obnoxious form of my existence.
Yeah. Or when you're sitting down, literally trying to do anything.
Yep.
So like, I'll be trying to crochet, and it doesn't matter which cat it is. My yarn will get chewed upon. I'll be working with it, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, why is it wet?
Looking at you, Nugget.
The Nugget, who chewed through my yarn the other day. Thankfully, it was at the opposite end of what I was working with, so it's okay.
And for those of you who are longtime viewers, you know exactly who we're talking about. But Miss Nugget is one of the smallest cats in the house, and she's just
A menace!
she's adorable, but she knows that she's small and adorable, and because she knows she's small and adorable, she uses it as an active, like she uses it actively to her benefit, and she's like, I know, I'm going to go be a menace over here. And because I know that they're not going to get mad because I'm small, I'm just going to go be more of a menace, and that'll be fine. like nugget little shit.
He is the ringleader for the cats getting into the food. Like, the other night, I made spaghetti and meatballs. And Night just entirely forgot to put the food away. But we had the lid on it, so it should have been fine, right? No, it was not fine at all. There were a whole, 4 meatballs left?
Yeah. There were 4 meatballs remaining in a pot that had been
was
full of meatballs.
Full of sauce and meatballs. Full! And it was just like,
The
we're
funniest,
trying to figure out who did it.
the funniest thing is that so Peaches, her recipes don't involve anything that is particularly harmful, like garlic or anything, to cats for her spaghetti and meatballs recipes.
I think
So-
my meatballs have like 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic in them.
So it's one of those that they've just figured out that they're like, ah, yes, Mom and Dad do not cook with ingredients that could be of a detriment to us. Ergo, what we need to do is reward them by getting into it.
We will all share in this bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
So mad when we woke up the next morning though. Because I got told, because that was Monday night, it was date night. And then, so Tuesday morning, I woke up and I tried to go to work. And I realized I left a rather important item for me to actually be able to do at work. Or do work at work. I called my boss and told him what happened, and he was just like, I've done the same thing, just stay home.
Another life support
So I turn back around and go
package is now
home. At this
available.
point, I don't know that the meatballs have been gotten to. But Knight's awake, and we both walk out. I sit on the couch and just vibe and watch TV and do some crocheting. And I hear commotion from the kitchen. I'm just like, God damn it, now what? Now, what have they gotten into? But shameless sponsor plug. If you guys do download the Marvel Strike Force Strike Squad game,
Yep.
the thing that he's being sponsored by.
Yeah.
If you do download that, you should join our alliance. We have goodies.
Ooh. Oh no! I lost all of my benefits. Sad. Whenever you fall off and you have to be reset, you end up and you lose all of your, active effects on your Warframe.
How much of a menace am I allowed to be?
What?
How much of a menace am I allowed to be?
Oh,
Heckling wise.
Oh, I mean, go nuts.
Get good, scrub!
Life support
I mean, yeah.
activated. I've
I am
delivered
purely
another life
here
support
for
capsule.
entertainment purposes this evening. It's only Thursday, but goddamn, it's been a fucking week at work.
Pew 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 pew.
Boom. Making things go boom is fun.
It is. Oh,
Darn it. There's these furry little goblins.
what'd they do now?
No, it's just their hair is everywhere. So I'm over here, I'm just trying to do my nails. And
Yeah.
their hair gets everywhere.
Life support
Yeah.
has been replenished.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I have lived as a cat dad my entire life. The amount of there is cat hair on things
Additional
I think
life support
any
has
like
arrived.
cat parent can understand, or a pet parent really, that there's a certain amount of like acceptance that you come to when you're just like, ah yes, their hair is, you know, everywhere.
No, and I understand that. Like, I have accepted that every article of clothing that I own is going to be covered in cat hair. Like, I can't go to work without having cat hair on my clothes. Even if I lint roll it right before walking out the door. Cat hair magnet. And it's fine. Like, I get it. But goddamn, could it just stay out of my nail polish for like 30 seconds? It's one of the few girly things that I like to do.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
And I like to be able to actually do it.
They're all
I
gonna
don't-
try and do damage to me, or no?
No, probably not.
Like, of course, that's what's going to happen. Like, the second that I want them to try and do damage to me, that's when they're like, nah, homie, it's fine. We're good.
We're good.
Mood can't get away from the cat hair.
The longer you fight, the more successful
And
you will
honestly,
be.
like I said, most of the time it's fine. Completely fine.
Life
but
support
goddamn.
activated.
Oh! I went from fine to obliterated in precisely 2 seconds.
You good?
Again.
I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't see what happened, so I really have no room.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like that I have a rhino. And the rhino is the only other person on my team, which is Interessante.
I thought you had a full squad.
Yeah, it looks like that they took off already.
What bitches?
Yeah. So this is the other part of arbitrations that you kind of gotta be aware of, is that when you die in arbitrations, you either have to abandon the mission or you have to wait for somebody to res you.
You can't res yourself?
Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's part of what makes the mission more difficult.
I mean, fair. But, like, in every other mission, you can revive yourself, can't you?
Yes, in every other mission you can normally revive yourself, but the difficulty on the Steel Path is another one where you can't revive yourself. You can
Additional
only
life
be
support
revived
has
by other
arrived.
people.
Oh. My boy has fine long hair, so it's just everywhere. I have an air filter because he sheds so much.
Yeah.
Mel, to get it. We
No.
have several air filters throughout the house. We have one in our bedroom. Because it gets so bad sometimes.
Yeah. Spring is a magical time that is full of cat hair. Been experimenting tonight with tea for mocktails. Huh. Nothing heinous, but nothing, or so nothing amazing, but nothing heinous. Yeah.
So if you come up with something heinous, we need to know about it.
Mostly so that we can avoid it.
I was gonna say so we could serve it to our enemies, but sure. We'll go with your thing.
There we go.
There's tea-based drinks, like, one of my favorites to do is specifically sweet tea from McDonald's mixed with peach schnapps.
Oh.
It's so tasty. And actually, My gay best friend in college introduced me to that. I say my gay best friend in college. He's still my gay best friend. He's actually getting married this summer, and I'm in the wedding party.
Okay, here. There we go. Now, and let's go here. Oh, I think I know what happened. I probably ran out of energy for my, yeah, so you can see that, like, I'm having to take kind of a beating, and my energy just immediately...
Support has been
Holy crap!
Jesus!
So, but again, that's how you guys can know that this is not exactly the easiest stuff in the world to do. And I'm pretty sure I know what killed me there. But unfortunately, Rhino's in such a weird place. I really wish that Rhino didn't require such a really, really, really specific build to work. But this guy's probably running the really, really, really specific build for Rhino. But essentially, Rhino can be damn near invincible for a while.
They could not do this without you.
And under normal circumstances, my Gauss is pretty impregnable as well, but unfortunately what you have is Infested often have Toxin as one of their like primary aura things that they do. And unfortunately, Toxin is a real sack of anuses because it bypasses most everything. And
I'll get ya.
it gets you goopy.
I can't tell you how many times I've done exactly what Knight just did, being like, what the fuck just killed me?
Where you're like, ah, yes, everything is fine, and then suddenly...
Another life
And the rest of
support
the squad
capsule
is like,
now
yeah, you were in a
available.
toxin cloud.
I'm not quite sure how I managed to get very dead, but you can see that this, like, the person is running Overguard. A wedding is why I'm experimenting. My sister is getting married and asked me to make a custom cocktail for the event. Groom doesn't drink, hence mocktail. Very cool.
Nice.
I actually did not know you had a sister, J3, not gonna lie.
That's really, really cool, and that's really sweet of you to make the custom cocktail. So are you gonna do a mocktail and an alcoholic version, or just the mocktail? Ooh, excuse me. Short circuit melts air filters working overtime while J3 is on a quest for the perfect tea mocktail. So far, it's a mixed bag of meh and meow. Oh, goodness me.
Yup.
It's the little things that entertain me.
Life support activated.
Nice.
Nice. So then here's the real
Has
question.
been replenished.
Like, do you have any themes for the bride and groom? Like, are you thinking like using a favorite flavor profile, or
Or are you just kind of winging it? I don't, at least in the time that I've been here, I don't think you have, and Knight has the memory of a goldfish.
yeah, you're right. I want to be like, now wait a minute, but the reality is that I literally earlier, this is a perfect example of like ADHD memory of a goldfish kind of thing. So earlier today I was doing some prep work because during break this evening, I am going to take a brief moment and I'm going to go and finish prepping my, I guess they're cheese-filled Hamburg steaks. That I'm making, and then I'm making a really quick demi-glace gravy, like a demi-glaze pan gravy, and that okay, we're just not gonna be sticking around in one place for far too long. There we go.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
But whilst I was doing that, I ended up and I was just dealing with cat dad things, and may or may not have completely forgotten the fact that I had a drink, and just a Mountain Dew that I had opened up, set on a counter next to where I was doing my prep work at, and forgot that I had set aforementioned Mountain Dew onto the counter where I was working, and said, I must have already drank my drink somehow. That's crazy, but not outside of the realm of possibility. And proceeded to open a cream soda instead. Later on, upon getting back to that side of the counter, which our kitchen is very tiny, so really it was a matter of I happened to move something and saw that it was still there, and realized that I had in fact not finished my drink, and the Mountain Dew was right still.
This is accurate day-to-day stuff in our house that happens. Another thing that very consistently happens is, where'd my phone go?
Life support capsule.
That one also happened today.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was about to be like, now wait a damn, and I was like, no, you're right. That also happened today. That was literally had my phone as 30 seconds ago. I was like, man, baby, did you see where I put my phone at? She's like, no, I literally just got home. I mean, I just had it. Okay, well, it's in either the kitchen or it's downstairs where you were just it's one of two places where you were just at. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but I don't know where it's at. Okay, well, it's probably these places. I'm like, yeah. Right now, I'm just kind of winging it. I won't be manning the bar myself. Caterers won't allow me to provide anything I make at home. Limited to, commercially available ingredients, which makes things trickier for mocktail. Just trying to come up with a starting point for the moment. Fair. So normally I should be watching more closely when my health starts falling down, because I do have one of my abilities that's designed that I put a helmet ability onto this guy, specifically so I could avoid instances where my impressive amount of shields and damage resistance is being completely bypassed because of other things. There we go. One shot and the problem solved itself.
I mean, sometimes that's the way it works.
It absolutely can be.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, goodness.
Dying.
I noticed. Oh, no. Go. Admittedly, I wish that they had done Gauss a little less dirty, because his whole playstyle is just keep it running, or also known as running in the 90s. Alright. There we go.
Yeah, as I told Knight the other day, my brain is just 90% song lyrics.
Again, but that's most folks with ADHD. I don't know a single person with ADHD or autism that is not like their brain is just, what was that, a song lyric? I think that was a song lyric. I bet it's something like a song lyric, and then immediately just
What the fuck is going on upstairs?
that is a phenomenal question, but it is likely something that you or I have very little concept of, because our puny human minds cannot comprehend the majesty that is the feline mind.
Look what our
I mean,
operative just
while
found.
that's
We
true,
could not do this without you.
some of our felines are real fucking idiots.
Oh yeah. No. What happened?
Get here.
Kaboom. Oh. All right. Well, my other guy is out of here, so it is time for me also to GTFO.
I was about to say, I guess that's time for you to leave too.
Yup.
Thing going on outside.
Yeah, because he is extracting in time now.
Another job
Yeah.
well executed.
Oh, so I got a few Ayatan sculptures and yeah, maxed out all of my stuff.
Sounds about right.
Arcane Blade Charger and Arcane Tanker.
Only one for Tenno. Don't get greedy.
Ah,
I always wanted my own space to decorate.
all right, let's see here. Oh, I need to actually pledge back to Steel Meridian.
I was wrong about you. You're a hero to the.
Let's change my pledge back to Steel Meridian. Yeah. Because now I've got a whole bunch of Cephalon Suda rep. And let's go for, instead of name, we go to the default organization. There we are. Ooh, that's a new one. Aegis Storm. Balefire has an alternate fire during Aegis Storm. Blast deals. Oh, wow. Holy crap. But let's go Ah, this one, the Divine Retribution. Yes. Status effects spread to all speared enemies. Spear explosion scale by 1.5 times the remaining slash, toxin, and heat status. And the base radius is 14 meters. That's a pretty wild Nasia kit. I've heard that that one does real silly damage. Okay. And then I have the Cynoid thingamabob, but what we are going to do is we're going to buy some relic packs. See if I can get myself some ding dang relics. And get the ones that I'm looking for more specifically. And we'll just get some Voss 4, because why not?
Fascinating choice.
Arbiters.
These will show you the path.
And I guess I should probably back up, because for any of you guys who are not familiar with the system here, so these are factions. These are 6 factions that exist in the Warframe universe that are essentially allied with the Tenno. And these various factions, they have, you can see, they have allies, they have enemies, and they have direct opposition. So, you know, you can see that I've managed to get 4 of them, and the way that normally works is that you ally yourself with 2 factions that are, you know, they like each other. So you can see Cephalon Student, Arbiters of Hexus. They are they like each other, and they are not, you know, they have similar oppositions. So like this one is Red Veil and New Loka, and this one is Parent Sequence and Red Veil. So you typically rank up and get them up to rank 5, the highest rank, and then you pick the 3rd faction that has no effect on either. So for this, that would be Steel Meridian. Steel Meridian is opposed to New Loka and Parent Sequence, but doesn't affect these 2 guys. Then you rank these guys up, and eventually you would rank up then their paired factions. So you rank up this guy, and then eventually rank up this guy. And as you're gaining rep here, and because you're gaining rep, you know, here, and you're not directly allied with Red Veil, you'll get, you know, half of the rep that you get here with these guys with no effect to these 2. So it's about balancing the, you know, how you have your pledges out. So
That seems kind of complicated.
It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. So, for example, I was just allied with Cephalon Suda, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to get all of my 31,000 daily standing, I would get 31,000 for Cephalon Suda, and I would get half of that, so I'd get 16,500 15,500 for Arbiters of Hexus, because they're allied, right?
Okay.
So now, I'd also, because I'm allied with Seth Suda, if you see it's opposed, negative 50% Red Veil. So I would lose that 15.5 with Red Veil, which is what happened in that last mission. You saw I lost rep with these guys.
Right.
So, because I don't want to have to go and redo all of the extra crap again to get from 4 to 5, I don't want that to fall below, you know, I don't want it to fall, really, I normally try and have it not fall below 10,000. But, so we're here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm allied and I'm pledged to Steel Meridian. Steel Meridian, you can see it's allied with Red Veil, opposed to New Loka, and an enemy with Parent Sequence. So nowhere are there any negative penalties to these guys.
Okay.
But I get a positive benefit with this guy. So now when I earn the 31,000 with Steel Meridian, I'll get 15.5 with Red Veil, with no negative penalties to any of these guys.
Interesting. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yep. So on the other side of it, if you were doing the opposite of me, so if you were going on Parent Sequence or New Loka, right?
Mhm.
So what I would do is I would go for Parent Sequence, because Parent Sequence is allied with New Loka, and it's opposed to Arbiters of Hexus and Steel Meridian. So then I would say, okay, Parent Sequence is here, so I get XP here and here, and I would lose XP with Arbiters and Steel Meridian, so these two. And then, eventually what I would say is that I would probably end up, and rather than making an enemy of Steel Meridian right away, I'd probably go over here with New Loka, because New Loka is allied with Steel, or it's only opposed, so only a 50% negative to Steel Meridian, but directly opposed to Cephalon Suda. So this guy, no matter which of these I pick, these two are probably going to take a hit. So it's like, okay, that's fine. So I can then say that these two are the, remaining swing. So then you say, okay, you get all your XP here. And then say you were to I'm going to look at Red Veil. Red Veil is allied to Steel Meridian, but it's opposed to the two factions that I've already been taking hits for.
Right.
So then you're like, cool, free rep. So then you go here and here. And so then you just, kind of figure that out. It used to be a system where you could pledge to up to 3 factions and get XP all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But they changed it to make it a little easier to navigate the faction system.
Fair.
But
We're lucky that couch is strong, aren't we?
oh my god, Owie. And now, as you guys can see, this one already changed. It's now you're fighting Grineer, Sevagoth is your, is the frame, and all this other stuff.
So it changes pretty rapidly.
Yeah, arbitrations change I think it's every 35 minutes? Right around thereabouts. But then they last for however long that they last, and then away you go.
Nice.
And each individual player gets different bonuses for their arbitrations. So you can see I have Sevagoth, Sampotes, or Sampotes, depending on how you want to, or Sampotes, the Alternox, and then the Mutilus Cernos. But somebody else could have stuff that's totally different and totally unique. They even could get the same kit that I had previously with Gauss and then the other weapons.
Interessante.
I downloaded us a movie for. You wanna show?
Basically what it does is that it sets up to make sure that people are trying different stuff. And go to Temple again. Alright, so the Purgator. Or Purgator. Alright, let's see here. I only have a couple of forma left. I have to be kind of judicious with my forma. Because unfortunately, I am platinum broke. I am going to go, because I do like this thing. I think this thing is a lot of fun. I'm going to go and I'm going to stick a forma on here. So I'm going to match the forma to the cost of my highest cost mod, the polarity here to the polarity here. Apply it, and I'm going to get way more bang for my buck. And now I can even go and figure out if there's another one that I want to do. So let's go for yep, magnetic. Well, I could go magnetic capacity. But you know what? This thing reloads kind of slow, kind of sluggish. So I am going to throw Radiated Reload on here, add some damage, and give myself a faster reload speed, almost a full second faster.
Ooh.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, I promise it's a big deal.
Guys are real obsessed with time.
And then... Gosh, I don't even know.
That went right past you.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. That literally went in one ear and out the other because I was busy just trying to be like, what else? Like my brain was not even anywhere near what you were saying.
I said guys are so obsessed with time.
Oh. Some guys are obsessed with time. Some are obsessed with length. If you know, you know.
I know.
Let's see here. I feel like I have a weapon that I'm supposed to be leveling, but I have functionally no idea. By the way, if anybody is looking for the melee weapon, because one thing you can do with factions when you get rep with them, you can buy things from them. And one of the things you can buy from them, if you go all the way down their offerings page, so you can buy like mods and stuff from them, but you can also buy weapons. They have one sidearm, one main gun, or one primary weapon, and one melee weapon. Each of them do something unique. So if I say we're looking at melee weapons, I was just talking about how I just allied with Steel Meridian, right? So the Steel Meridian, they have a weapon called, wherever it ran off to, the Vacor Sidon. So when you block with the Vacor Sidon, you charge a radial blind. When it's fully charged, you just block, and then you heavy attack, and it unleashes a radial blind, so it blinds a whole bunch of people in an area. Plus, it also has a, right here. So, block attacks to store blind charges, a heavy attack while blocking will blind enemies. Knockdown resistance while equipped. It also has a passive to where as you do damage with it, then the damage you do with it eventually builds up and releases a proc called, I think theirs is Justice? Here, I can tell you. Come over here and we'll look at Steel Meridian. View offerings. There, yep, Justice. So, Justice, so you can see that like their mod, it's all like it does justice. So that one, each of the factions, they have this pulse that does damage in an area, and then it also like buffs something and restores something. So I think Justice ends up and restores health and buffs your armor, I think is how that works. But each faction has unique things that are genuine reasons why you would want to associate with them. And actually, while I'm looking at this Vacor Sidon, I can see that my Sidon is pretty woefully like it is sad, because I can see that I am, yeah, there we go. Yeah, puncture. And I don't even have any of the good mods all hooked in on this guy. but we'll see how it performs. And then temple. Cool.
You smell nice.
Thank you, Aoi. Also, while I am thinking about it, guys, if anybody out there is playing Warframe at the moment, and you guys would like to wander along with, I actually, because I am wanting to get some, or chase after some Prime stuff, I am going to run after some of these missions over here. Specifically, I'm going to go after this Conjunction Survival. So, if any of you guys are out there and you guys would like to play, hit me up, let me know. Because I've got room for up to 4 people. Running and doing murdering bad guys.
There, right? Oh, I hope so.
And I tried to say that I'm lonely. I can join in a minute. I'm gotta finish the mission I'm in. Sounds good, J3. Oh. And then we're doing that. I'm gonna jump over here. There we are. And feel free to join the general chat over there for J3, and then I will should be able to drag you down.
Shouldn't drag people down, Knight. That's not very nice of you.
Well, you know, I guess I'm kind of a doucher.
I mean, no, you're really not. Okay.
Ah, Toter's on.
Excuse me.
All right.
Toter is on, but he is playing Warframe with his mini-me, it looks like.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Oh, no, he is actually playing Warframe with one of his friends.
Oh, nice.
Or no, wait. Hang on a second. I was entirely wrong. It's his brother.
Ah, fair.
It's his little brother he's playing Warframe with. Had to figure out who it was, otherwise it was going to bother me.
Okay. Ah, okay.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh. You ever stretch weird? Oh. And then something cracks and you're like, oh, that shouldn't have cracked.
Yeah. All the time.
Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. Crap. I came down here and I was just like, hydrate. And I look over where my water bottle's normally at, and I was like, Eats.
I am going upstairs here and I'm at it anyway, so I will get you your hydration.
Oh, thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Mwah. As my wrist makes noises it probably shouldn't.
I mean, it probably shouldn't, but you know, you're old.
Ancient.
So, and Knight, look at my screen and just tell me what you think. I almost think you could remove the frames.
Yeah, probably.
Free up some real estate and make it just look a little bit cleaner.
You know, I would say that the frames, like the one frame, I could probably shrink that down, but
Yeah.
the chat frame, yeah, I could see the chat frame. But does that fuck with the chat box, I wonder?
I don't think it fucks with the chat box. It could be something we experiment with off stream. I just wanted to talk about it while it was sitting here in my head.
Yeah, fair.
Because I just think it would clean things up a little bit, and you would still see the chat. It would just remove the frame, because we're missing some of the stuff that appears up in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. Also, Peanut is once again decided that thus is the hour of his discontent.
Mr. Peanut Man! Mr. Stinky Nut! What's the matter? Oh, yeah, hi, baby. No, we're nice.
He has decided now is the hour of his discontent, and he
There
also
he
wishes to
is.
be a stink.
Yeah. Boop. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
But now that J3 is here and you are not lonely anymore, I am going to drop out and go take care of some stuff upstairs.
Sounds good.
All right, let's see what I have for relics here. The one I don't have a lot of is I've got a few of the Lith and Meso. I've got probably enough of the Neo since that's a common drop. I only have one of the Axie relics for Lavos.
I should be okay. Oh, but you said you have you only have one of the Axii for Lavos?
Yep.
I don't know which of the relics that I have for Lavos that I'm missing.
I hope it's not bothering you that I leave some lights on at night.
Let's see
It's
here.
just a thing I've always done.
Yeah. Okay. We will find out momentarily. Lavos. That. Okay. So I have his Neuroptics. I somehow don't have the common drop of his chassis, because I'm just like, really?
Okay, I've got 7 of those relics.
And then I am missing his... thank you. Thank you, Mel. And then I don't have... Ooh. Making me keep it family friendly, I see. Stinker. So, yeah, I'm missing a ton of Lavos' stuff, including his systems. But
okay, systems, I have 10 of those relics.
Where are you finding all of his relics for? Or is it just kind of random? Because...
I think I'm just getting them from relic packs from syndicates.
Because, man oh man, my I have struggled trying to get relics for him. I have a handful of them on the Meso, but everything else I don't have a lot of. In fact, I'm still missing Zaku, like Zaku Prime, the Zaku systems and the blueprint there. But I'll come over here and we'll just refine this singular Neo. Perfect. All right.
Don't laugh, but this,
Let's go
I think
over
this is
here.
the happiest I've ever been.
And all right, J3, feel like running the conjunction?
Sure.
I'll come over here. Oh, actually, you know what we should do while I'm thinking about it? Since we're now Master Rank 30, we should find a... oh, gosh. Relay. That's the word. Relay. And throw the bonuses around.
All right.
You think there's a specific relay? Because although I
No,
was...
it's any relay.
Well, no, I meant like a specific relay where there's probably going to be a bunch of people at. Because I don't know if relays are a big thing anymore. Because Maru's Bazaar isn't really a relay.
If I were to guess, maybe the Earth relay.
Oh, that's right. There is the Strata relay on Earth. Everything seems calm. I genuinely don't know. Well, I guess most people don't really hang out in the relays anymore because, you know, clans
Not much
exist.
of a reason to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oop, that was not... Wow, holy crap. Orcus Relay doesn't even have any, like, relay, like, any extra channels. It's just the one.
Yeah, if you want a busy relay, we just gotta wait for Barrow to show up.
Yeah, that's fair. Chronia Relay. Oh, here, Chronia. Chronia 1 is busy for some reason. I was just trying to find planets. I'm like, what planets have a relay? Cool. Oh, you're also rocking Temple? That's funny. Okay, this one. Do you have one that you want, J3, if I throw one out?
Not particularly.
Okay. I'm going to throw a resource drop chance out.
Alright, then I will throw Affinity.
Nice. Grazie. Oh, heck! Heck yeah! Nice. What Syandana is that, J3? That Syandana looks pretty badass. Ow!
That's
crap.
one of the, it's a Tenogen.
Ah, okay. Reset my timer. Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty solid. That is a really cool the chest thingy.
It's the Protovire. It's the second stage.
Oh, I didn't wait. The Protovire changes?
Yeah. All of the Protovire things, they have challenges tied to them, and when you complete them, they get more elaborate.
That's kind of cool. I had definitely forgotten. Let's see here. What is it? It's an appearance, the attachments. Wait, no, is it the sigils? Yeah, it's the sigils. It's the emblems, that's right. Yeah, the Viscero Sakara. But yeah, I'll have to try and eventually I do need to unlock the Viscero thing for the sigils. Okay. And then come over here and conjunction. Conjunction junction. What's your function? Yeah.
Alright, I'm just going to run some random relics that I have a lot of, because I have no void traces.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. More kibble for the Drox. Save some for me, puppies. Awoo!
Worm Queen.
The
Even
word
as the neurocentric
I've
corrupts
never
her best
like
troops, she continues to send
the
more.
the
What is
little
she
like
after?
the young worm
Watch out.
queen.
I'm detecting
I have
void
never
creatures
like
nearby. Do
truly
you have a
been
matching
like,
relic?
oh man, just the most
Orphan
awful,
Neurocentric
because
is
every
attempting to
time
purge you from this
she does
place.
something that's
Stand by
terrible,
for life
she also
support.
does something else that's just like, okay, I can't be like
You're near
terribly
efficient.
upset with you.
All manner of Orican technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you
Okay,
have a
let's see
necromech,
here. Where
maybe
is the guy that normally gives us the buffs?
collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware. Only corrupted
Oh, the,
entities.
Here he
the
is. Yeah.
Dex? Yeah, he's right here.
The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
It seems like every time I hit something on the backbeat with Temple, it seems like it extends the duration of his other thing.
Ripper's Whale? Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can get some ridiculous damage stacked that way. Because not only does it increase the duration, it also increases the power of the heat buff.
kill him dead. Yeah.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I do enjoy that now there's audio cues for the backbeat. Like, I didn't think that that would be that big of a deal, but goodness gracious. And the fact that if you hit the abilities on the backbeat, it increases the efficiency of them is just fantastic. Oh, so good.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind. The sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming. Sentient
There.
fighters can adapt to
Bye,
their
sentient
attacks.
fighters.
Hit them with something else. The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Hey! I enjoy that we were both trying to get that one and instead somebody else did. Oh, that is fantastic. Now watch, I'm gonna use a relic that has absolutely no refinement to it, and I'm gonna end up and get oh, excuse me, I'm gonna get the gold reward, because that now that I'm looking for Lavos parts, now it's just like ha.
I don't know if you've done the Technosec Coda yet.
I have not.
Okay, there is a for the next couple days. There's a Coda Motivore that has a 60% electric bonus.
Ooh, wow. %60 electric bonus. That's the max. That's the max bonus, right?
Yep.
So how do you? So here's a question for you, J3. I have not done any of the Coda stuff before, and I don't know anything about how to get one of the Coda dudes. To
So
spawn.
you have to run any Tekrot mission, and eventually one of the enemies will drop a mixtape. You have to pick it up and bring it to a terminal, and if you solve the hack, then congratulations, you have a Coda.
Oh, and you probably can't get it if you already have like a.
Cracked open. Finish your
Um,
mission to find out what's
You
inside.
cannot have a sister or a lich at the same time.
Yep. Okay, that's exactly what it is. Because I currently have a sister. I actually need to go and like murder my sister Parvos, but
And then, unlike the liches and the sisters, the Coda uses a different mod system,
interesting.
or a different set of mods.
How so?
So it hit all of the mods drop from a new bounty in 99, and instead of testing one mod at a time, you test 3 at a time,
Fascinating.
and only one of them has to be right. And once you find the one that's right, then you just have to keep hitting the lich when they spawn, the Coda when they spawn, until their meter reaches 100%. And there's a second set of mods called potency mods that make the meter go up faster.
Huh. I got one of those potency mods once from a random drop.
Yeah, they drop all over the place. So the nice thing about the Coda is there are 8 possible mods that it could be, and since you can test 3 at a time, it'll take you at most 3 guesses to find the right one. Which is potentially way faster than a lich or a sister can be.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Those oculists are scanning for targets.
And then you said that now, if I remember
Here.
correctly,
Prepare for sentient fighters.
the way that the Coda, like you get weapons from them now, it's not like where liches and sisters, where you have to get the lich or the sister that has the where it has the weapon. You just have to earn the.
Yeah, you beat them and you get currency, and then you buy whatever one you want from Eleanor in rotation. There are only 2 rotations, and it swaps every 4 days.
That followed the fall. It kept this hidden for you to find.
Holy crap.
Hey! I finally got a Lavos Prime chassis! Only took me forever. I can't quite get up to... I don't have a ton of the void traces.
Void manifestations, drawn to this cursed place of stolen lives. They will drain your life support unless they are destroyed.
I will say that I enjoy, like, I really enjoy the play kit that Temple has, because I did not know that like the backbeat would extend the duration of his stuff. I knew it extended
only his second ability on the backbeat extends the third.
Holy smokes. Oh god, that was very aggressively bright. I was like, get up and murder him! Oh my goodness, I'm out of energy already. And just like that. Oh, wow. Probably would help if I maybe got all my
Oh yeah, you might want to pick up some more.
reacting. Yeah, get all my reacting here, because I'm just like, everybody else has 10. What in the heck? And then I realized, like, oh yeah, it is minute to win it. There we go.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is open. Sentient scouts. If they detect you. Fighters will soon attack. The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
So J3, how do you keep your energy on Temple?
Arcane Energize.
Really?
Don't worry, I'll take very good care of Varuna. I have just the spot in the kennel for her.
The queens have sought out warframes before. Vor sought to present them with yours. We cannot let the worm have Varuna.
Oh, Okina. I'm like, ah. Admittedly, I need so flip-flap and much forma. Alright. My last one! Alright.
These manifestations, they aren't from the neural sentry. Destroy them. They are drawing from your life support.
Wait, what? Apparently the game was like, you really wanted to play your solo a lot. I was like, sure, I guess. Oh, and then it immediately ate my ability. What buttholes. Okay, and here's that.
I cannot remember off the top of my head what the name of the band was who DE got in to do the sound sampling for Temple. But God, I need to look it up because his guitar tone is freaking gnarly.
It's so good.
You have collected enough reactants to open your relic.
Ability range and strength double? Why? Don't mind if I do. And pray tell, what were the goblins up to this time? I don't know if any of you guys who are cat parents, do any of you guys have cats that are just obsessed with looking out the window, or with trying to figure out what's out the window?
Mel likes to look out the window, but I wouldn't call him obsessed.
We have, what, probably 4 or 5 of them that are just, yes, there's things that are outside. It is time to figure out exactly what those things are. So good. No, get him! Yeah, get him!
Sentient scouts. If they detect you, fighters will soon attack. The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers. Long ago, one of your kind put an end to that final desperate continuity ceremony. Her essence made
Come here,
its way
you.
here.
Get him! Ah, boo. Big Gooberfish. What a phenomenal name. Big Gooberfish.
All right, we dipping on this one.
Yeah, we can.
Void signatures, but outside the corrupted. They are draining your life support, and fast. The limit-
Ow. Alright. I enjoy that it took all of no effort whatsoever for us to murder all of those like void dudes. Goodness!
Okay, I swear, every time I hear the metronome on Temple's backbeat, I keep expecting Back in Black to break out.
Oh, bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah. Admittedly, I think that it would be really cool if the where the hell did the extract just go to? Oh, okay, so it's for whatever reason it wasn't appearing, like it was appearing on the map, but it wasn't actively appearing in my on my HUD.
Oh,
Like in fact, it is still bugged, where you can see that I can't see the green blink at all. But now that I have it in sight, now I can.
weird.
Mission complete. Excellent
Oh,
work, Temple.
sorry, Mackie. I just booted you right in the head. Thank you, Peach. It's very tasty. Oh, oh, beans! I didn't quite get enough for the Purgator or the Purgator one. I think it's probably Purgator.
Yeah, I think it's Purgator 1 for Purgatory.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Purgator 1. Yeah, Purgatory E. Ha. Very silly. Okay. Man, I will say I'm very confused as to how I want to mod Lizzie, because it's a beam weapon. So I'm like, okay, I guess like try and go for, like high crit, because it's a crit, like super high crit chance for a beam weapon with a decent crit multiplier. So it's like, okay, I'll do that. But I find myself not really using Lizzie that much, because it doesn't really feel like it's part of Temple's big kit. Oh.
I use Lizzie a lot, and she does good damage.
Oh. Oh, you also put an Arcane Merciless, yeah. Oh, and Sinister Reach for the beam, yeah. So I've got Critical Delay on mine. I don't have Rifle Elementalist or Rhyme Rounds, though. Where the heck do you get Rhyme Rounds from? Oh, wait, no, that's the one where it's like you have to find it from, like, caches, right? Sabotage caches. But right,
Hello, Wiki, my old friend.
Rifle Elementalist. Status damage and punch through. That would be really good. Oh, and you've
Rhyme
got...
Rounds is Spy Rotation C.
Oh.
So you have to get all three terminals. Random end of mission reward for a successful spy mission with all 3 data vaults hacked.
Yep. And then Galvanized Aptitude, that makes sense. But no, I also don't have Rifle Elementalist.
That one drops from Ascension.
Ascension, huh?
Yep, the Jade mission.
Oh. Okay. There's also a new pistol mod that's like adds punch through and like crit damage or something.
Yes, it's called Merciless Gunfight. I'm still looking for that one.
So it drops in Temple's thing. The Temple mission.
It drops from 2 of the beefier Skuldra units. Just it has a real low drop chance.
Boo. Wow. Let's see here. So, where would be a Coda Path Assist and Coda Synapse? Aha. Okay. You know what? I need to murder my sister Parvos. Because I feel like that
Don't stop believing, dreamers.
I feel like that is just a smart thing to do.
You know it.
Because the longer that I have this Sister of Parvos sitting around, the longer that the more I realize that there's a lot of, just in general, there's a lot of the weapons and everything else that I just haven't gotten. Hell, I don't have probably half of the regular Kuvalich weapons. In fact, I think I have fewer than half of them.
That's not really... Most of them aren't anything that special, so I wouldn't feel that bad about it. Like, I don't know anyone who's really down bad for the Kuva Kortak.
Yeah, and this gal has the Tenant Archoplasmor. And I'm just like, the weapon bonus is only 25% fire, which is pretty dookie. But I'm like, at this point, Tenant Archoplasmor sounds excellent. J3 you up for bullying a sister of Parvos or two?
Sure.
Your job is to distract the enemy while a fellow Tenno operative raids the ship for much-needed supplies. Make your presence known.
Alrighty.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm
There we
sending
go.
auxiliary life support.
Huh, you showed up quick.
Wow.
There you are. There's my cheeky sweetie. I love that hound. It isn't right that you made me blow her up like that. I hope it just hurt you the awfulest. You brute! You monster! Your rage is fire, and that fire is gonna
Come here,
take
you. Oh,
Get ready
I
for
did
attack.
not expect that I would,
You are
What do you got?
oh,
First one.
You have proven true, sister. A promotion.
I,
is
got
in
lucky.
order.
Really? Is this... am I... Oh my! If this isn't just the shiniest star in the heavens...
There's a cheap joke there.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Yeah, you don't really have to go anywhere to find that cheap joke. Oh. Apparently I was,
Life support on the way.
there you are.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Yeah, here we go. I think it's kind of silly that it makes you whole, or it makes you do both the aim and the ability button in order to activate the elemental thing.
That doesn't bother me too much because, like, would you rather have just the elemental thing ability while you have Lizzie up, or would you rather be able to recharge Lizzie at the same time?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay.
When you are ready, go to extraction.
Oh no! The nerd!
Protect me!
Come here, you nerd. What?
Get away from them! All of you! You take your dirty hands off them right now!
Oh! Oh, here I am trying to murder this guy, and instead... I enjoy that the, for whatever reason, the Sisters of Parvos that I somehow managed to get are the ones that are like the overly attached girlfriend ones.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Yes. Hi, Nikus. What are you doing? What are you doing, Nikus? Where's this an Unicat? This looks like an Unicat. Yeah. Uni and Niku look very similar, and so if you're not looking at them, yeah, if you're not looking at their face, then it's very hard to tell. Yes. Hi. They are very sweet children.
If I'm honest, I've been following you since first we met. Does that sound strange?
Yep, that's a stalker, lady. That's not okay. Peaches will have problems with that. Peaches will fight you. Wait, why am I just what? Peaches said, and I quote, "Bitch, I will throw hands." Okay, so let's see here. So we already know Craw as this one, as the first one. Oh, so this Riot 848 must have unlimited ammo. And, okay. Maybe that's how that works, that it has unlimited ammo. Speaking of Stalker, had a run-in with one for an employee of the warehouse. Oh, wow. That's no good. No bueno. Did they end up kind of taking the hint? Because you said almost had to call the police, so it sounds like maybe they took the hint, or did they still have to get a bit smackoed in the head? Ah, man. I'm gonna have to burn one of my Forma. Yep, there goes. Okay. So, extra crit chance and melee damage. So now, and it's a status weapon normally. So let's see here. I guess the other one would be Galvanized Elementalist for status damage. Ooh, actually, Boreal's Contempt would be really good too, because that adds that's flat extra damage and status damage. Yep. Yeah, just would need an Exilis mod for it. Cool. Okay.
You can't get away from me,
Oh,
darling.
that explains why I forget that mod exists.
Who to what?
You said Boreal's Contempt, and I'm like, do I have that? I do. I just forget about it because it's for polearms only.
Yeah, well, so there's one for daggers that's like Amar's Wrath, which I still want that one because it's for daggers and dual daggers, and it adds damage and like crit chance or something. It's real silly. And then there's the one for whips. And then there's the one for whips. Well,
yep. I do not have the one for daggers, but I have whips and polearms.
Yeah, shockingly, I also don't have the one for daggers, which it's a rare drop anyway. And I think it's just additionally rare, for reasons. We're gonna go to Haha Funny Number Fortuna to see if oh, because she's on Phobos now. You know what? No, I was gonna say I was gonna divert and be like, oh, we'll go see if we can get the dagger one, but I want to at least try and get the oh no, this one. That one. The mobile defense for my Sister of Parvos. Because it's like, no, I need to make sure that I'm actively doing the Sister of Parvos. Get that out of the way so I can get the really honka-stonkin' good Coda whatever.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. Terminal spotted.
Bad now.
Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Ow! Getting bapped all over.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Ooh.
Area completed. Move on. This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Wow, they did threaten police involvement, then they dipped. Wow. That is crazy, though.
Here is a
Though good for you, good for you, Melt, being able to like, you know, keep creepers away from the place.
This will take a moment.
Creepy, like, motherfuckers are just, they are wildly unpleasant for so many reasons. Whoa, that was real weird. J3, did you get that huge lag spike for a second there?
Nope.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Your sacred tokens shall remain secure from the grasp of the idol.
Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
Did you guys get the nerd?
Yep.
Nice.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
Nerd murder. Creepy people are creepy and can really affect you. Absolutely. They can.
Take a moment.
I think that, and the thing is that creepy people don't understand that if you're a real, like, piece of work, that can do some serious psychological harm to people in, like, the long run. And, you know, I'm sure that some of them do it because they're like, oh god, they have to know that I love them. Not that you're speaking from experience or anything. Yeah.
Still working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
You do bad, you put money in the bad jar. I'm gonna get Mr. Parvo something nice.
You put money in the bad jar. I'm gonna get this, Mr. Parvo, something nice. All right. Yeah, that shit sticks with people. Okay. Oh, Netra. Huh. Okay. Well, now
You can't get away from me, darling.
I will modify my Parazon. Oh dear. Okay. So we're going to remove Vom. And we're going to go for, and it's Netra, which is... Do I not have any Netras? I don't. Wait, yes I do. I'm just out of my mind. Okay, so we know for sure that it is Kra, and then it is something else. So we'll go Kra Netra first, and then we'll see from there. Ichi. Okay. But I am going to take a brief bit, as I told you guys previously, that I was going to go and cook up some dinner. We will be back in a moment. But probably be about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that.
Alrighty, see you in a bit.
Of course. You know, one of these days, I swear I'm going to be like actually professional and come back and not start talking into my mic and be just muted. Yeah. So, apologies for being gone a little longer than I was expecting to be gone, guys. Okay.
I was just about to DM you because I am out of time for the evening.
That is fair. Okay. And let's see here. Here we are. And honestly, I might be looking at just calling it an evening here myself. The furry children made it additionally difficult for me to be able to get much of anything done. Go figure. They're good
Yeah,
at
that sounds about right.
that. They're good at that. Alrighty. Well, J3, thank you for hanging out with me here this evening. And to all of you guys out there, be good to yourselves. Take care of each other. And we will see you on the next one here. But until then, take care of yourselves.